Imagine if you could have something like this that shows up on your website. And this is one thing I'm planning to do with mine. I'm going to have my services in this type of rotating carousel. And this is kind of just the beginning of what you can accomplish with this website. For example, let's look at a few available here. All you need to do is open these up and you get the code along with a preview of what that would look like. So here you have this type of, I would say, different layered image. You could have a navigation with a rotating text hover effect that brings out that icon when you hover on it. Signature animation. I'm not sure what this does actually. Okay, beautiful. So it shifts that into a signature. And this website is called Codepen.io. And essentially, once you sign up, you get to this so-called marketplace, I would say, that allows you to see all these creations that other people have created. So it's pretty impressive that you get all of this just once you log in. Then scroll game, dark run. So as I'm scrolling, this website is moving from left to right. And anyway, the way it works is that you have the code right here, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And all you just do, I mean, there are different ways how you could do this, but if you wanted to, you could take this and edit it if you know what the code is all about. Alternatively, you could copy all this, which I'm planning to do, and use ChatGPT to help with all this. So let's go to ChatGPT. And what I'm going to do here is go back to this. I also want to... So let's just use ChatGPT. I'm going to copy the code from here, and I'm going to paste it all in ChatGPT. So I have this code. So copy this, and there's no JavaScript, right? Yep. And what I want to do, I want to change this code to be able to insert it on WordPress, because that is essentially what I'm going, or where I'm going to be inserting my code, which is on my WordPress website. So you're setting get CSS to a child theme, a JavaScript, and so on and so forth. I just want code that I can insert in an HTML block. Let's try this. In the meantime, on my website, I'm going to go to Pages, and I'm going to duplicate my home page. So let's do a test with this. Quick edit. Pretty sure there was a way to quickly clone how to clone a WordPress page manually. Duplicate page. Really? Is there no quick way? Without a plugin, I will cloning. Okay, thought there was an easy way to do this. Anyway, let's add a new page. And here, I'm going to copy this stuff. And as a test, I'm going to put /HTML. I'm going to paste all that. Let's call that test. And hit publish. If I view page, nothing actually shows up. So what I'm going to do is just go back to ChatGPT and say, this is not showing up. I'm getting the test. Let's try again. Obviously, if you can insert the code as they say in terms of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript if available, that would be better. But what I'm trying to do here is just insert all this as is into WordPress without any additional stuff. So hit save, let's try again, and now I get one thing here. So there might need to be a bit of back and forth here in just getting this. Let's try again. Again, there might be the need for a bit of back and forth here. And what you could also do first of all, we need to let this finish, okay? So let's copy this code for now and try again. Save. And now we're getting somewhere, I guess. Problem is that these are not clickable. So let's end the page here. When someone hovers on that, it stops the rotation and brings that forward. So when someone hovers on it, it stops the rotation. It changes. Okay, so there are a few changes that I want to make here. Great. This is showing, but I want to make some changes. Number one, the rotating cube should be in the grayscale. Only when someone hovers on an image should it change to its colored version. When someone hovers, the selected image should also pop up or be featured by coming towards the user with a border around it. The user can then click the image and taken for the respective URL. So let's give this another shot. And this is what we have so far. So this could be great, for example, if you're offering different services and you want to just feature them in this rotating type of, or with this rotating type of effect. Let's see, copy the code. Let's go back to WordPress. Paste that in. Let's save. Let's save and refresh. Let's see. Okay, so we only get 3 images now. Okay. So the problem is that we only get 3 images. I like that this is changing the color, but it's not stopping the rotation. So let's go back here. Here it's changing the color on color from gray scale to color, but now only 3 images are showing. Also, the rotation isn't stopping when I color in a specific image. I also want the image that on click, the user is directed to google.com for image. I'll update each individual URL later. Okay, let's give this another shot. And in the meantime, we can also explore something maybe simpler that we can also implement on our side. I think this was quite a big thing to get started with. Let's say this. Okay, I like this. Can be similar in terms of what you can do with it, in terms of showing different services that you might offer. So let's copy this, and let's open up. I have this code. I'm going to paste this and that layer now and there. I want to convert this into HTML that I can paste into my WordPress site. All right, so let's try this. Go back to my site, replace that, save, and let's have a look now. It's weird though. I don't know where this came from, but okay, so let's remove that. Okay, we're getting there. So remove the copyright part. Can we bring this up to be more centered on the screen? I think as well. No, it seems to have, okay, yeah. And we just need to ensure there are no gaps, no big gaps in between each part. This is better. Remove the block that says copyright. There's also one white gap or one empty gap that's too big between the images. All right, let's try. So here, okay, we need to give it an image, I guess, an image URL. So let's see if we can grab this from here. Copy image address. Okay, great. So include. Let's use this image as the background for all blocks. Let's try that. Go back here. Go back. Delete, paste, save. Let's test this out. Okay, so let's remove the thing, but there's still that big empty gap, which I don't like. Please ensure there isn't this big empty gap between blocks. In other words, the circle in between the images should be smaller, so the big gap is removed. All right. So this is modifying the code. Still going. Perfect. In the meantime, let's go here. Let's add a new page and see if we can get this to work. So this still seems to be broken though. Let's test this out. Copy this and in the new page. Right? /HTML, paste that, hit publish. And now I have two things simultaneously happening. So let's go back to ChatGPT. We need to add continue generating here. So this is quite long. And okay, not too bad. Pretty weird though how, okay, so this pulled the images themselves. Okay. So let's remove, okay, this seems to be easier to configure. Let's remove this top part here. Let's change the text to service 1, 2, 3, and 4 instead of early access. And I think this would be almost ready to use. Great. Let's remove the attached menu and the above. Let's also change the text on the images to service 1, service 2, 3, and 4. Here. Let's copy this, which is the first for the first one. So let's go here, paste, save, refresh here. Okay, almost. We just have this one small empty gap. So this is stopping. It's pointing to Google, which is great, and it's opening in a new window. Maybe we don't want it to open in a new window. So let's change that. It's changing from grayscale to color. I like this. It just keeps rotating. Okay, it's very interesting, but now it seems that there isn't that empty. Is there that empty gap? Okay, maybe there is. Maybe I didn't give it enough time to rotate. Okay, for some reason. This is a part of it as well. So it's stopping the rotation over here. So what I don't like is that first part. And I'm just curious if, yeah, the empty space is still there. So let's see. So what I did is I took two screenshots. I don't like this empty white space here. Can we bring everything together? That's one thing. And the next thing was that put this at text. When I hover my mouse here, the rotating element stops. Can the rotation only stop when the user hovers on the actual images themselves and not about them? All right, so I'm going to save this. Make sure I can copy this and paste directly in ChatGPT. So paste, apparently again, and paste. So that, okay. There are another two changes we made. Essentially, all I'm doing is taking something that someone has created and modifying it using artificial intelligence. I'm not really sure what's happening in the background. I'm just testing things out and preparing to iterate till I get what I want, which is, in this case, great. So I can offer this. What I want to do is also get these to open up different pages. So let's make that adjustment so that I can also find this in later when I want to make the actual changes themselves. So this is great. Can you just change the clickable links as follows? So let's do service 1. Let's make it go to service 1. And then let's copy that. Service 2, service 3, and service 4. So just update these 3 and 4 and hit enter. So that should fix that. So then I can just find and replace this URL with wherever I want to send this. So there's that. Let's hit continue generating there. Okay, try this again. And the first one, right? Yes. Save. Refresh. Okay, great. This doesn't seem to be stopping here. The only problem is that, okay, now it's not even stopping the rotation. I mean, it's not too bad, actually. It also seems to be, I don't know, it's an optical illusion, but it seems to be moving. I think it's optical illusion, moving to the right, but yeah. What I would like to do is, change this to stop on hover. This works well, but now the element is not stopping when the user hovers on any image. Please fix. And also, if I go to google.com, it will be pretty easy to change all these. So just change that later. So all I would need to do is update the URL image here, along with the URL that this would redirect to. Let's have a look at what Claude has done. Paste that in there. Do your page. Service 1 goes to service 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So this is working pretty well, considering that we only made like a few minor modifications to it. When it comes to the actual GPT one, let's see if this is completed. I'll continue. So again, I probably went with something that is a bit complex, I guess, to start off and make changes. But the whole point is that within 20 minutes, I have 2 pieces of really interactive and really good-looking website elements, I guess subjectively, that I can deploy on my website and that perform the way I want. Let's refresh. Okay, the hovering is still not stopping now, but yeah. So that didn't fix it. Fixed that there is nothing, that the hovering doesn't stop when someone is here, but it then also kind of removed the ability for it to stop right here. The gap is, I guess, better than before. And what I'm curious with this is if I add something here. So I had a heading. This is a heading. And no, not that. And let's add another heading. I'm just curious what this would look like with text above and beyond. Yeah. So this is the whole thing. Just curious if this can we're in the wrong window actually. Can we remove this empty white space in the output? Because even if we remove this, then probably would be this default alignment and spacing in the HTML structure. We can adjust this. Okay, let's see if this will work. Because I think if we manage to fix this, then it would be easier to get back to the stopping on hover. This I'm happy with. And if I were to look back here, there's a whole other bunch of stuff that you can. This is pretty cool. Now with dark mode, now with light mode. Wow, it's pretty cool. You can easily have the different modes on your side. Anyway, there's a lot to get distracted with on this side, but since I came across it, I just wanted to record a quick video to see how to potentially, or sharing how I would potentially use this to add different elements to make my website more professional looking. So I think I will use this, the thing that Claude has created in terms of this part here. I think it looks good. Obviously change the images, change the service, and have these potentially linked to different websites or different pages on my site. With this, I don't know if it would really fit with my topic, but yeah, this isn't working, sure. But I guess for something more formal or more, I mean, here there are different architecture examples, which I think is very fitting. In such situations, I think this could be really, really good. So anyway, this is the website called Codepen.io. Definitely worth checking out, even in terms of getting ideas for what you can do on your site, what is available here. And yeah, definitely give this a look if you want to have a quick way to upgrade your website and make it look nicer and potentially even more functional. So this is from my end. Hope you found it useful. If you did, check out the link in the description if you want to learn or get my thoughts on how you can use AI in your business. I'm offering a free 30-minute consultation. If you want to learn how to use AI as someone developing tools, developing no-code tools specifically, there's also a link to join my newsletter. So definitely check it out if you're into that as well. In the meantime, hit the like and subscribe so you can not miss any of the future videos. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon.